Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do when we're setting up our profiles is go up to this little tab right here. It's a little piece of paper. It says create profile. So click on that. And then we're going to go to our project name and we're going to title the name of this project. So the first thing we need to do is create the project. So click manage and then you'll just name your project. Well, first you'll click this little piece of paper with the green plus sign, create new project. And this project name I'm just going to call alternative energy and click save and close out of here. And then you'll want to click choose alternative energy from the drop down menu. And now we'll name our first profile. So what we're going to do is ultimately create about 10 or 11 profiles. And we're going to do 3 or 4 that are for the first tier of backlinks. And then we're going to do about 6 or 7 for tier 2. So I'm just going to, since this is for the Earth for Energy, I'm just going to type E for E, and we'll type tier 1-1. So I'm going to do about 4 tier 1 links, and then I'm going to do about 4 about 7 tier 2 links. So my obviously all my tier 1 links are going to look like this: tier 1-1, tier 1-2, tier 1-3, tier 1-4, and then my tier 2 will be like tier 2-1, 2-2, etc. So one really cool thing about Magic Submitter is that the profiles, the important part of the profiles, you can actually um, they're basically done for you. So like the password, the email address, and all this stuff is already set up for you. So all you have to do is click fill profile. And there's 2 ways to do this. First, there's the default, which is download pre-created account. And you can only do this 5 times a day. But then if you click the drop-down menu and click Outlook.com instead of Hotmail preferred number 2, this one you can do unlimited times. So start with the first one. I find that it usually goes a little bit faster, but then it's after the first 5, then you just click this other option and it works just as well. So we'll go ahead and start creating them. Click OK. Okay, so you can see that Magic Submitter has already filled in all of these fields, our logins, our emails, passwords, all of this stuff. So then the next thing that we're going to do is add some URLs. This is basically when we're creating our profile. This is our website. So um, you're not actually going to put your website here. You just need to fill the field in with something. But it's a good idea to have something that's related to the niche that you're creating your campaigns in. So what I'll typically do is go to Scrapebox and just select like alternative energy. And I only need a few, so we'll say scrape for maybe 30 results. Clear this list. Start harvesting. Okay, now I'm going to remove the duplicates. Remove duplicate URLs. Yes. Removed. Now I'm going to trim to the root. So because I'm listing my actual URL, not a page on a URL. So I'm going to trim to root. And this will just have the root domain. And actually, there might be some duplicates still, so let me do remove duplicates again. Okay, so we got rid of all the duplicates. Now we want to just make sure that these are indexed. So click check index, Google index. Alright, now we're going to get rid of the ones that aren't indexed, so click the index button, select all of these, remove selected URLs. Okay, great. So now we've got some URLs to use, so I'm going to just click export URL list, export as text, and I'll just title it alt energy URLs. So I'm just going to copy all the URLs. Click on this little wizard guy over here. click Quick Spin, paste the URLs, click Add, and now I want to actually copy these and paste them into a text file because I'm going to use this for my other profiles as well. Yeah, you want to paste it so it's spun like this. So now what's going to happen is Magic Submitter will automatically unspin this when it's creating profiles, and it'll come up with a different URL every time. So it'll look like it's different profiles, different people. Okay. So then the next thing we want to do is name our website. So basically, I'm going to do something like this. Click Quick Spin. Then this is going to be the title of the site or blog that gets that's I say is my blog when I am creating my profile. So we want to spin this to, and I'm going to use keywords that are related to the niche that I'm promoting in. So I'm going to say like alternative energy, green energy, clean energy, wind energy, solar energy, and you can the more that you come up with the better, but just for time's sake I'm going to kind of limit this. Yeah. Click add. Now we're going to create some more. So now I'm going to use words like review, journal, times, um, report, and then maybe like daily, monthly, weekly, annual, quarterly. So you kind of get the idea here. Like add. So now when I unspin all of this, green energy times daily. So one other thing you want to be sure is between your the spin text here, you want to put a little space. So it should look like this. Whoop. Get out of here. Green energy times monthly. Wind energy review quarterly. So these are some pretty terrible wind energy review daily. Pretty terrible site names, but you get the idea. The point here is simply to generate different titles for every profile that I create for my website. But it's not terribly important, though. The more words you have and the more heavily spun this is, the better, especially if we're going to use it again multiple times in the future. But this should be fine for what I'm doing here. And then the next thing, we want to create a site description. So there's a tool that I recommend you use that I use quite a bit for my Magic Submitter profiles. And most of the stuff that we submit, I'm going to show you how to get spun content, really great spun articles very inexpensively, so we won't have to do a lot of the manual spinning, but there's a couple places where we will. This is one example, and then when we're creating like Web 2.0 profiles, we'll need to do it there as well. But for the company info and blog site description, I'm going to basically use this software. So I'm going to write a paragraph or so about my alternative energy website, and then I'm going to use the software to automatically spin it for me so I can use it on all of my profiles and it'll look different. So the software is called Spin Rewriter. So when you log in, you'll just click Rewrite Your Articles, and I'll put a link, of course, below this video. So then you'll just type a little blurb right here about your site, and basically you're just going to be writing a paragraph or two that's kind of related to the topic that you're promoting in. So once you're done typing that, just scroll down, and what I'll usually do, just super simple, I'll just click I'm feeling lucky, and it'll automatically create a spun paragraph for you. So here's my spun paragraph, and you can see I can click generate a unique version of this text, and every time I click it, now it's giving me a completely new paragraph that is related to the niche that I'm promoting in. So I can just take this little spun paragraph, and I can put it in my profile, and I can use the same one for all the profiles, and it'll look different every time. So now I'm going to add my spun paragraph about my site. Just paste it right here. And now, as you can see, it's different every time. So that's how you create the profile. Remember, we're going to do about 3 or 4 tier 1, and then we're going to do about 6 or 7 that we're going to use for our tier 2, but it'll be the same process essentially for all of them, and you can use this spun content that you created for all of your profiles. So that's it, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to get all your fields ready, get your spun content, get a really amazingly well spun article for just a few bucks, so you don't have to spend all your time doing that, and then we'll be ready to get started setting up our campaign.